Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate from Australia at the Journal Nest. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am beyond excited because the sun is shining here after I think about 8 or 9 days of rain. So we're in the nest, the sun is shining and I'm inspired. I like to make on Mondays. So this is, well, of course I like to make. I like to make on every day, but today on Mondays, I specifically do some new makes and start some projects. So this is going to be a hatching from scratch, and it's a result of some of the work we've been doing in lately together. We've been making little bits and pieces, and I was reminded to go back to, I think I was missing the sun, obviously, and I wanted to go back to some of my artwork, the Australian colours, get out some butterflies and even some words, lyrics, and aspirations, kindness matters, dancing in the rain, etc. So I thought I want to be inspired by that. I'm enjoying the old books from the op shop, as I've shared many times. So blessed to find these treasures. This book, anyway, I'll get to that in a minute, but we have been crafting together, and more I am enjoying this interplay of the embroidery and the unfinished embroideries in my journals and on Kate's Itching to Stitch. We're going through how we can make all bits and pieces. So what do I know I want to do? I want to use some more textiles in my new journal. I want to use an old book. This is sitting here, but I do have another option because this book, it even has the borrowing dates. I don't know whether I've shown you this before because I have books that I just use bits and pieces. I've torn pages out, but this one, I'm thinking if it's a hardcover, you usually put something over that page. What am I trying to say? We would usually cover the book with something like that. And I don't want to lose those dates that this was borrowed. Can you believe that this was borrowed in 24th of October 1950? That's probably the earliest one. Yeah, but that's incredible. So that I love the colors. They're very me. As you can see, this is sort of my mood board I'm putting together for a journal from scratch. But the other choice I have is this one that I found on my shelf. That is this unusual blue for me, but I sort of like the size. It's squishy, it's linen, it's got quite a nice decorative cover. It's actually a dictionary, reader and writer. I thought, you know me and my love of words, order of words. Look, just these things happen. Actually, verbal now, and we don't need that. But of course, I'll feature the pages, but I was looking at it for the cover, and the other thing that occurred to me was I wouldn't mind layering up. I haven't got the right shape yet. Maybe that's the most shape, we'll see. Again, it's a bit literal for Kate, but just this idea that we might end up doing something like that. So that's my inspiration, eeny meeny, but I think I'm going to go with this one and I'll work out what I can do with that. So I'm being a brave YouTuber again. And I have to say, how are you? And welcome, welcome, welcome again, because we are all joining together and starting to know each other. And I really feel in this community I have found like minds and friends. So if you're new to my channel, I don't know the rules. I have to confess that. So I'm someone who just watches others and works out how to do it, and so it might be completely wrong. When I have time, I binge watch other people, but what I've just done there always decide that we'll take this out for the moment. That's too flimsy, and I don't even know what you call this sort of method of making a cover, but it's a book, an old book that I've rescued, and I've taken that out. Now I need to reorganize the nest for this. So first thing I know is that we're going to need a new spine. My tools, my trusty ruler. Keep something up there for inspiration, so I keep on Colour Trend. That's about right. I need to do a stretch with my left hand to find some materials that we might, this is my scraps of material box. Oh, sorry, I'm oohing because I just saw that bit, and while it's pretty see-through, actually we'll lose that bit. So let's use some of this as a little stripe on the border. So none of it planned, so I don't know whether this will tear. We'll see if Kate's muscles, no. I just don't know about materials and what tears and what doesn't, but it doesn't matter. I could have ironed that, but again, it's going to be pushed down by quite a bit of weight. So I'm thinking that this will be the front of the spine. And then we're going to choose some papers. And I don't know that we'll get onto the, I'm just going to have a little go to see whether it tears this way. No, just give up, Kate. I want to go a little bit wider than that. Okay, so I know basically I probably need something else underneath it. This is a bit see-through. So just bringing this basket up again. I'll bring the whole thing. There's an old bit of canvas. Old doily. That wouldn't be long enough. I think I might go with that. So it's probably a bit silly because I'm needing to do a lining of my lining, but that blue stripe there really appeals. I think that we could almost make this come out the other way. Okay, no measuring. Wonder what you're crafting today. I love the stories that many of you sharing, that you start your day with a cuppa and slow stitching or journaling or knitting or crocheting or watercoloring, all these amazing things that we all are blessed to do. Okay, so they're going to get stuck in a moment together. By stuck, I mean glued, and that's going to be a spine in there. Now let's have a think about what we want to put on these cover pages. I have got some, oh, see these are, sorry, I just love doing this because these are the accidents that happen. This one was gifted paper to me, and it actually says something passbook, and I think that would be nice and appropriate, but I want that sort of to be more in the center. So let's trim, which way do I need it? Trim a little bit off here. Yep, and maybe I feel a little bit up here. Would that be nice as you open? I think so. Right, so just measuring by people call it. It's a quick, oh, I know, eyeballing. I've never used that much, but that's exactly what we do. Yep. And then just folding that in. Let's tear. Okay, that is excellent in terms of colour and interest. You don't see me do this very often because I'm not very good at it. It's probably all dried out, but there's just a little bit of white showing along there. So just making it look a little bit more aged. Then the easiest and favourite thing that we do, get the glue stick out and just glide. There we go. I want to say hi to new subscribers who are coming in from all over the world. That is so exciting to me. So thank you. When you share where you come from, vaguely, you don't have to be precise, but it is such a joy to me. I get the tingles. Now, I do have what I'm calling Rachel paper from Roxy's Creations. I think I want to use that inside rather than on the end of the book here. So I'm just looking at, this is my, again, I'm trying to share my method. Does that make you giggle? This is big papers. That's the only way I can describe that. Let's get some big papers out. Put them back up on the nest. And because I don't have, you know, why am I searching for another piece of paper? Because I haven't got any more of that one. Ooh. But, okay. Serendipity, what's that word? Like serendipity. This is just sitting there, and it's obviously from the same set of papers. And there you are, there's Kate trying to do things too fast. And it came out a little bit short, but I'm not worried because that's going to go over there. And I know that I could very easily just turn that up and make that a paper pocket at the back, but we're going to be committed to stitching. I'm loving all the giggles that we're having together. There's another giggle moment that a big chunk of glue was attached to my ruler. And as I've shared before, some of these things that happened to Kate in the nest couldn't be scripted. Oh, that's nice colours, but... And, oops, oopsie doopsie. See, we don't make mistakes when we're together. We just share the reality of making and creating. So, I've forgotten which way this goes up. I think I ended up going like this because there's less. Okay, so we have cover, insides. We can imagine all our book pages in there. We're going to have even something like that. In fact, we might, I haven't got my stitching. That's what I've got to do. You'll have to remind me. This might be a treasure pocket. Oh, or a treasure envelope in Kate's Itching to Stitch this week. I don't know. We will see. We might do something very different, but I haven't planned. But what I'm saying is this will be just like a bit of a mystery opening. Now, which will we do next? Will we make our signatures, or we might just go through a little bit of this process, which is not complicated at all. Now lets me have a bit of a think as I plan for what we're going to do next. So simple as that. It's going to be part of my spine. Actually, I might have to split this one because I'm just looking in there and thinking I want it to be thicker. Or I could just do 2 signatures. Okay, that's why we're going to put that on hold. Because let's just have a compare. Oh, that's not the one. If I quickly go to Harmony, it's got 3 in it. I hope you can see that. With plenty of space to flip around. Treasure pocket, that's what I was talking about before. Or Schubert. Oh, the Schubert's got 3 as well. Okay, so decisions. Will I make this just 2? We will see how our papers come out. Okay, so let's just put that to the side for the moment. I'll stand up and get some big papers out. And we'll start to make some signatures together. And that's right, I'm going to use, that will inspire me. Let's put that up there. And let the fingers do the talking. So I was flipping through, as I said, I had a little bit of time because it's been so rainy, and I grab books from everywhere, and I found this is from an applique book, and it's really quite strong paper. And look at all the patterns, and I'm not usually, well, I'm not a flowery person in terms of my journals usually, but I thought this would be, oh, look at those. There we are. I'm hoping that makes you smile. That's an accidental. Duckies. They are. There's a little house. I don't worry about what the picture is. And I do really, because that doesn't feel right. I really wanted this one. It was just the cutting out. Okay, so I'll put the ducks away. I'll put that one away. And we'll just see if there happens to be something else in here. Let's try this one. As I said, I like the weight of this because it's obviously meant to be some sort of can, or I don't know what you would call that. All right, so big decisions. What is this like? Okay. Oh, look, and it's nice and blank on the side. So put that there. We're going in here. I'll make a little template. forever grateful to Rachel for showing me how to make pages like this. For me, not personally, all of us, really. And let's go down like that. Let's cut. Oh, that's all right. Cut that. It's going to go over there like that. We will do something interesting with that, but that's first decision made. In fact, I don't like that little bit, and it's going to get in the way. And it's plain. Okay, so one page there. And I like to have sort of a corresponding, if it's a 2 signature journal, I would need 2. They won't go together, but that's just the way, so it doesn't look the same. And then that does mean, oh, we end up with some sunshine. Okay, so let's communicate. I'm going to make 3 signatures. They may not all end up in here, but I've got more rather than less, and they will always be used. So again, wanted a 20th century Chippendale. Are there any messages in here? Again, gifted to me. Do you know that? Oh, I love that. Because that's a bit of curiosity. Okay, it's getting lost in writing it. Do you know that bottle labels fell into disuse because in 1816 it became compulsory to use paper? Okay, previously they were unlabeled. Okay, so I like that page. So that's going to be in that size. So we're going to go and trim a bit off the top. Risky, but we can do it. And probably the most sensible thing to do right now is to make a template for the size of this. So it's not really A5, it's different to a traveller's note, so it's traveller's notebook size, so that's too hard. So we'll just do it all the way by feel. Okay, so do you know that it's going to become a page and it's going to sit in here, and we will fold. So isn't this interesting? Or maybe it's not interesting to you, but it is to me that I am starting with text and print today rather than plain papers. That's going to be covered up. Okay, so that's one bit of that book page. Let's do one a different size. And we'll do one. Oh, this has already got a crease in it. Okay, so where did I start to put my pile? Nests everywhere. Okay, so we're going to go up to the nest on the top. 1, 2, 3 of those papers. 1, 2, 3 of those. They can have a little rest for the moment. Let's do some manuscript. I tried to get out earlier, and of course, this is a nice. Oh, I like that. Second act. See, sometimes I see that and I think that's meant to be in the start. for the signature. So regardless of size, that's one paper. We'll use this as, it's going to go in the nest there as a little tiny piece, something contrasting. Let's fold, oh, so that's that way. Let's make this full length with a fold. Okay, first we will pull this off here. Fold it about there. And we will tear it off. I will have a pocket on the bottom of this one. So let's just take that off there. So second act, that, and another little scrap. These, I use these to style because they're in the same colours and they can pop up on the contrasting pages. And is one of these more interesting? Not really. All music is wonderful. Speaking of which, I have been staying up very late and watching Eurovision. Okay, so 3 bits of manuscript. Old French dictionary paper. Just feeling that how many layers I've got. I think I will stick 2 of these together. Just looking at the words at the top, not that I can speak French. I like the colour of this page, and oh, this might be on its last legs. This glue stick. Can I remember which? Yes, this page. Need to check that I'm still recording. I think I've having troubles with my phone. Had to delete so many videos and take them to the wherever that cloud is. I'm just thinking of, I heard a joke about someone, and I have no details, I can't really remember, but I remember laughing at the time, that a small child said, well, if everything's stored in the cloud, what happens when it's a sunny day? And I just thought, we just take it for granted, but I have actually no idea about any of that. Okay, 1 French dictionary page. Let's do a shorter one. What am I trying to do? I hope you've noticed. Oh gosh, what's on there? Oh, that's some ink. See what I was about to say. I've almost given up on trying to keep the nest tidy when I'm making, because even when it's tidy, I still bury things. So this is a baby page. And we are nearly at, oh, that's too many of those same sorts of things. I'll take that off. The point where I'm gathering 3 favourite things to use in journals, and I'm going to publish them this week, because I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I remember when I was starting out and I just looked I looked on Amazon and I looked on YouTube, but I couldn't find where to start. So I actually not wasted time, because it's about the journey, isn't it? So I won't say that. But I don't want people to give up on journaling because they don't know where to start or what their style is. So I suppose my process of sharing is to encourage, and because I'm watching other people for their ideas, and just to share where I am at my part of the journey. Okay, so I've got horizontal. I've got, what does that mean? I mean the text going that way. I've got a little up and down one that says parallax there, and I don't mind that. One more different shape. I don't think I can be very creative with that at the moment. So let's just do another one like that, and we'll see how it ends up. So running total. Okay, we're nearly there. 3 interesting, 3 text, 3 musical, 3 tiny different text French, and what else would I like to put in it? I'm thinking, that somewhere buried over here is this little stash of papers that were gifted to me, and there might be something in here because I've used it on the outside that might relate. And I haven't got any blues. Bit of colour in the pages, I wonder. This is all I've got, so they're very, very, very precious to me. Or date due. Okay, this is like it's having a library theme, except it should have been in the other one. Keeps talking to me, this one. So I'm going to keep that in there. Look at that. Date due, Clemens Library. I want to preserve this cover very much. So that's me getting so excited about the next project. Oh, okay. I'm going to be bold. So I rarely ever use green except if it's on a flower in a botanical, is that the word? Botanical journal. But I do like this be that here. Like this is going to be a short page, but if we folded this back, I think that will go nicely. Okay, so that's one of those. Oh, and I happen to have a repeat of that. Oh, with a different paper. No, save that. Interesting. But look, I am committing. I said that I'm going to use 3 things. Three of the same pattern. So I want to go higher. Isn't this beautiful? Beautiful, beyond my wildest dreams. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. You know who you are. Changed my life and inspired me on this journey. Forever grateful. No, I don't want to. What do I want to do? I want to have. I want to. Okay. I don't want to mess it up, that's what I'm trying to say. I want to use that crease in the paper. Okay, that gives me options. Gives me options to clip, whatever. Okay, so I've got one going there, got that going there, and then I think I have to commit to some glue. This has got nothing inside it. Do all those colours go? Let's look at the colour story. They will. And that's a bit like old wallpaper. All right. Okay. So, quick tidy. A quick sort, that's what we'll call it. Okay, 3, can you see? Yeah, just need to check. Okay, let's go back to what we're thinking of. Cover, here, insides. We're going to have 3 feature, and I like these pages because they're hard. Look at that, that's a bit out there for Kate, but we'll be okay. 3 of those. 3 dictionaries, 3 manuscripts, 3 different texts, and 3 of these papers. So in between, I need our basics and the Crunkle Crunkle. These are my pre-dyed papers that I've shown you before, and let's take, I'll take about 3, we'll take 6 out. We'll see what we do. This is, and I know some of you are sharing that you haven't got access to old books or old embroideries or some of the things that I have, but truly this is where I started, and I still consider these my basics. Okay, these are just thin copy paper, tea, cooked in the oven. I used to do it every Monday for a little while to build up my stocks, and now it's just keeping on going forever. Let's get those ones out. Let's use this one first. I'm doing this all by eye, and it won't be perfect. Oh, there's a little cluster that must be wanting to come into this diary journal. Let's go about there. And here. So I did start with Junk Journal July, and those things still stay with me, that as much as we can use that we have around us or have easy access to. In one of my other videos I showed, I shared that my husband has got so attuned to it now that he even brings his paper lunch bags home from work for me to use, because he and his mum the other day, we were out celebrating her birthday, and she said, "Do you want the napkin, Kate?" Isn't that beautiful? That's how everyone knows how I love to collect paper now. Okay, I'm liking that. That's pretty thick, but that'll be okay. That's plain 1. Number 2, contrasting with some blotches. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm going to tear that. Beautiful sunshine out there. What more could I ask? In my happy place, with my friends, in this community, all around the world, we're connected. And so I've got one of those, and we might extend a page. Still not very good at doing that, but I'm going to try. Going to try. Okay. Okay, that has to go there. All right, let's see if we can start putting this together. I'm just going to clear everything out of the way. We might do a little bit of making once I've got those. So we won't get to signatures this afternoon because I need to work out what I'm doing there. I've got that so far inspiring. In fact, let's just have fun and lay that there. And as I put things into piles, we will see if the story is starting to come together. Again, I was thinking, keep having random thoughts about the 3 favourite things and 3 things we use. But I was thinking of that. We had a trend here in Australia where there was a cooking book out that said cook with only 3 ingredients. And sometimes that jumps into my head when I'm thinking about journaling. If we had to just make something with 3 things, what would they be? And how would they all turn out? Okay, this is what we're playing Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. So we're putting 1 plain, 1 applique down as we go. And I'm trying to already start to mix the sizes of the pages. So this one hasn't got a tool. This one's pretty even, so it doesn't matter where this one goes. Now we need a tiny over here. Oh, see, I've got lost already. That's why I put 2 on the 1 pile. Okay, so we're up to this paper, long and skinny, upright, and this way. Oh, Dance in the Rain. Let's just jump down. How did that get in there? But that's the message. Okay, long and skinny, second act. Long and skinny there, and short there. I hope that's all right to say that. Okay. No, but there. See, there we go. You watch. I'm going to have lost things. Because where's all my French dictionary? Oh, I've got 2 bits of French dictionary. Oh, you're probably shouting again at me in the most beautifully supportive way. And then I need my special papers. Let's go dark there, and of course it's the blue feature. It's gone somewhere else. Was that it? I don't think so. All right, I'm going to put it there anyway. Let's check these and see if we can start shuffling. So, feature, French, music, text, applique, and plain. I can already feel that there's too many, well, for me, too many tall ones. But we'll live with that for a moment. So if I was to start just feeling, that's how I do it. This is a pattern. Let's put a plainish one in here. Let's do some text, the curiosity, so we can see that that's, yeah, you're curious. Well, I'm curious. I want to stop doing this and read it. Something a little bit plainer,